Hi, Travis from Moscow, Russia. I'm in a cafe which is a 50s cafe, which is common around Moscow. I was just walking to the this cafe, and I just wanted to share something with you. In When I was in the Peace Corps in about 2002, as our service was ending, there was some really interesting guys who came to speak to us, and I had vowed to stay away from Americans. I had hated Americans. I was tired of Americans, and we were in a room, and there was about five of us, and they were really hardcore people. They were clearly like, I don't know, they just maybe ex-military or something like that. And I just remember the tone of the meeting, and I hadn't seen a lot of these volunteers, which I didn't really like very much anyway, for months. And these guys came to speak to us, and they were telling us all these things that we should do to avoid getting mugged, basically. They were telling us to change the way we walk. And I just remember this maybe 2 months ago, or actually this month. Yeah. And they were just very, they were probably intelligents. I have no idea. I have no idea who they were. But they were telling us they were part of the embassy, and they were telling us how to avoid contact, always change the way we walked. And a month before, this was in 2000, with the election of Gore and Bush, and there had been some guys who had been in the internet cafe, and they were around 16, 17 years old, and they started to get in a fight. This is way before mobile phones, and so all I got my internet was from online, and so I would sit in there, and these people would swear in Russian, these little kids, and then they started to get in a fight, a physical fight. And so what I did is I got really angry, and I dragged both of them out, or at least one of them out of the cafe. And there was a back room, and then there was a cafe, and there was a back room, and then there was also there was a grocery store. And so I dragged them out, both of them out actually. And I was screaming in English. I was like, you shouldn't be here. And like, what the fuck are you doing? And the reason I bring that up is because during this meeting with these hard men who were telling us to always change our walking schedule and things, I brought this up, and I said, just as an aside, I says, also it really helps when you are attacked or when you're in a fight with somebody that you swear in Russian. And I hadn't read the room, and so there was just dead silence. I was just trying to make light of things. I had never had any problems in Ukraine because I didn't drink. I'm former Mormon, and so everybody else had all these problems with things getting stolen, stuff like that. But I always, kept my wits about me, and I never drank. But that was my one violent experience that I had in Odessa, Ukraine. And when these guys came to visit in 2000, it was just dead silence. And so, who knows who they were? You could always speculate, but they probably, they were with the embassy, and so they probably had some military experience and who knows what else. But I just wanted to share this because there was a disconnect between in the Peace Corps. There was a disconnect 20 years ago between me and the Peace Corps volunteers. I went into the Peace Corps hating America. I had already started to read things about America, and I avoided Americans. And this was just one more experience, a funny experience where I was in complete disconnect. People accuse me of being a spy here all the time, as a joke, but I'm not. I'm a former useful idiot who's now just useful.